Okay, this is part 2 of the Blackbook preview show for Saturday. I'm going to pick up where we left off. We looked at the Gold Coast last. We're going to pick up and look at Gundagai now. In the first race, we've got Fruitful Warrior. Number 1 goes around as a 2.40 fave. Initially concerned here for the simple fact that it's drawn the 13 barrier. Been tried a few times in maidens and it's a 2.45 fave. Look, it's decently bred type by Schwarz out of a Flying Spur mare, but been drawn out in 13, even though it's coming off her last start third, only beaten half a length behind All Sassitude. I prefer to wait and see, really, at that sort of price. Things can go wrong from wide gates, and still being a maiden, we'll find better opportunities. Okay, race 6 on the card, we've got Supply Money. Tries 1,800 metres for a 25k purse. Looks a decent proposition here. Goes around as a $5 chance, $2 a place, a 2.00 the place. Looks an absolute lock. Decently bred type, underrated by Bushranger out of a half Hennessy mare, and getting herself a pretty good record now. Placed 8 of 16, but a winner of 3 of 16, and 2 starts ago broke through at Albury over 1,600 metres when it made all and won by a widening 3.3 length margin. Should be able to cross from that outside gate here if it wants to lead. He's an adaptable type, can come from off the pace as well. Stepped up in class last start, tried in soft going over 1,800 at Randwick for a 60k tag, and didn't really get into it, to tell you the honest truth, although it finished 7th. The horse is finishing 2nd and 3rd out of this win at Albury 2 starts ago, sort of franked the form a little bit. Supply Money 2nd, beaten 3.3, only beaten 1.8 next time out, or 2 starts later at Coral behind Avisa. And the 3rd horse, unbeaten 3.4, was a winner to start prior at Coral for a 20k tag as well. Now a winner 2 from 9 with 5 third placings by Bachelor Duke. So all in all, Supply Money looks a half decent proposition on a Saturday at Gundagai with those sorts of form references. $5, worth a little bit of a nibble. Slight query about the alley, but okay, race 7 on the card, we've got Mr. Brown Fox. He goes around as a debut winner last start. $5 into 4.6 here. Looks pretty well placed by My Boy Charlie, underrated speed size son of Dane Time, out of a Tauke mare. Tauke gets plenty good winners over in New Zealand. Won on debut over 900 this one after winning a trial over Kaizamba at Corowa. 2.6 length margin. Obviously knew it was going to go pretty well that day, back from $1.80 into $1.70. The 2nd horse home, Shrapnel Impact, came out and won a couple of starts later here at Albury by 0.18 of a length for a 20k maiden tag. And the 3rd horse home, Bluetooth by Shinzig. Not a bad type of horse. He's 2 starts prior, ran 3rd, beaten 1.7 by Bowie Rocks in a maiden at Tachuras. So that sort of stands up for Mr. Brown Fox in this race as a 4.60 chance. Definitely worthwhile having a close look at. Will improve further. Drops from 56 down to 55.5. Likely proposition. So we've got 3 Blackbook runners at Hobart. The first one to go is in race 3, Mandela Effect. Goes around as a 2.05 fave. 1,100 metre, 16k maiden set weights for 3-year-olds and upwards. Comes in here 3rd up from a spell on the back of running 2nd at Al-Adi last time out, where it flashed good closing pars over 1,200. 3rd up will strip a little bit fitter. Carries the same weight, 57 kilos. Drawn well in barrier 3. Not the toughest race this to win. Definitely worth a closer look at the 2.05, but you do need to go into the form close for the other runners around it to see what sort of depth is here, I suppose. Bit of a sneaky one in race 5 on the card, Super Lean. Goes around at a very big price, 27 out to 34, 9 the place. Definitely worthwhile specking on an each way basis, this one. Deceivingly well bred by Mutawajid, a good quality son of Redout's Choice out of a Masque mare. Put the writing on the wall 2 starts ago with this 2nd to Shutterfly over 1,600. Even though it was beaten 3.8 lengths, there's some decent form coming out of the race. The winner was 2nd at Launceston, the start prior, beaten a length. The 3rd horse home had a 3rd at Devonport a few starts before, beaten 1.8. Go further back into it, GG Black Prince by Americane. Trial 2nd, Denise Arbung, won the size produce at Launceston. Alashite Quest, Ran third, Little Susie, beaten 0.3 of a length to start prior. Floral Pegasus, Francie Argillite form line, beaten 1.7 by it to start prior after 4.7 behind Shutterflight and Super Lean. Okay, so all in all, Super Lean 27 out to 34, stretching out to this trip, 2100 metres. After winning this over 1600, still as a lightly tried stayer. You'd have to like that price, so we don't mind it on an each way basis. Worth nibbling at, $34 and $9 Super Lean. Obviously, you want to look at the race a little bit closer, deeper, but you know, Class 1 maiden, not a bad price about a prospect that you know is winnable in the company. Okay, race 6 on the card is the 3-year-old Vase. We've got a pretty smart one going around here, or a very smart one. Mr. Songman by Your Song goes around as a $2.60 chance. Decent quality race, being a 25k 3-year-old Vase race over 1100 metres. Won both starts so far, this one, and won both trials, and we've been on it every start. Really impressive last time when it won by 5.8 lengths here, over 1220 at Launceston. Bit of a slight query that goes from Launceston to Hobart, but look, it looks a top quality horse on the make. Definitely capable of going across to Victoria and winning. The horse that ran third, beaten 6 lengths, won the start prior for a 16k tag by a length. Look, the form stands up left, right and centre around this horse. It's a good proposition. If you're looking for something to have a bit of a go at around 4:30 in the afternoon, you won't go much wrong by backing Mr. Songman in race 6 at Hobart. So that is Hobart done. We're not going to go into any depth at Inverell or Julia Creek. One runner at each venue. Do I have to? It's a double listing at Julia Creek. Then we get to Kembla Grange. We've got 4 runners in race 5 and 2 runners in race 6. We'll have a look at race 5 first. Just a first looking pretty trappy little race, this race 5, even though there's 4 Blackbookers in it. And interestingly, the one Pecans at 2.6 favour is not a Blackbooker. Probably a label commodity. Okay, yeah, just on this Pecans as a side note, he looks a label commodity. 2.3 out to 2.6. He's drifted a little bit to start with. He's by skilled. He's not really doing what he should be doing as a stallion. Yeah, real non-winner. Canberra, Pakenham, Geelong, tried the opposite way. Comes back to Sydney, second to Canterbury. And it's taken on 4 Blackbook horses here. So at the 2.6, it's probably labelled the one. Pecans. Okay, the first of the Blackbookers in this race, Sabatino by Street Cry out of a Redute's Choice mare, Retsina. Gets blinkers first time, third up from a spell, won first up. Probably a bit flat second up in a small 4-horse field, trying to come from third. No pace, obviously. The second Blackbooker in the race is Black Chili by Alert. Seaswell mare, bit of an obscure pedigree. Alert's down the Southern Halo line from memory. Real good speed size, stands in the Riverina area in New South Wales. This one won on debut at Kembla. Another good horse to have opposing that top weight and the favourite. It's really starting to look like a lay betting race, this. Race 7, Vinnie Power by I Am Invincible out of an N-sweep mare. Good trial form in Sydney before the start of this prep. Decent first up, then dropped out a little bit second up when it sat on the speed. Third up from a spell. Have it playing for us versus the favourite at the top of the market. It's really looking like a race that we can lay the favourite at the top of the market here. Once again, that horse is Pecans. 4th Blackbooker in the race is the 9, Mad Fox. Trial winner back here by a wide margin in May. Did nothing first up off the back of doing nothing in a trial. A blight only beaten 2.2. Good win first up last preparation where it made all to hold on and win by 0.1 of a length over the pretty decent acquittal. No jockey engaged yet, so it mightn't start in this rate. Might even be a dual acceptor somewhere else. Yeah, so there you go. He's a dual acceptor. He's also in at Newcastle on Sunday with Adam Hieronymus on. So he'll go to Newcastle on Sunday, won't run. So it's a bit of a wait and look race this. Pecans, where you can oppose that realistically at that sort of price with Sabatino in the race. Might be worth having a bit of a closer look at. Black Chili and Vinnie Power are the other 2 Blackbookers, but prefer to wait and see on that race. Race 6 on the card, 2 Blackbookers, bull market, only choice. Okay, bull market, decently bred type, 3.4 into 3.3 for the Snowden yard. Buckley claiming 1.5. Gets Winkers first time, decently bred, well bred by Written Tycoon out of a smart Zabeel mare, Zals. Put the writing on the wall before the start of this prep, second to the very smart Debonairly. You expect it to come on for this second to good weather, third up from a spell. Looks pretty well placed. 1400 metres. Suits. Soft track there. Gets back onto a good track now. Third up from a spell, does look pretty well placed, worth having a close look at. The other Black Booker is a 6, only choice right below it. Okay, French, well, it's by French side, Dalgar. I don't know a hell of a lot about him. Out of an honour grades man, New Zealand bred this one. Worthwhile having a close look at. He's in the Black Book one here at Canberra. Second up from a spell. Yeah, definitely worth having a close look at. Probably a bit of a watch race, or we'll get a close look at it later on. But yeah, not too much to tell you about that one at the moment. Okay, so that's it for Kembla Grange. That's it for the second part of the preview. We'll be back with the third part soon, covering Morphettville and all the other tracks. Thanks.